Yo. Welcome back to another episode of Raw Thoughts with your boy, Dre Sam. I'm supposed to say it the other way around. I'm supposed to say, yo. Welcome. It's your boy, Dre Sam, with another episode of Raw Thoughts, the only show on YouTube that no one watches. See, I've got to say my name first so I can say the tagline of the show third. So let's do that again from the top. Yo, it's your boy Dre Samp, and you're watching Raw Thoughts, the only show on YouTube that no one watches. Boom, great, you got it, good job. It's Tuesday, I've been off for a week, took a shower, trying to go no porn, baby. No porn, no fap. I deleted all my triggers. All my trigger things, you know what I'm talking about, dude. Deleted them, cleaning the crap off my phone, off my PC. And something smells a little funky in my place, like a raw chicken or something. I don't know. I feel good right now. I guess I just started to I feel a little guilty because people starting to ask me stuff. And I could tell them the answer. I could tell them no fap. I could tell them cold showers. Because I knew that shit would change their life. But here I am not doing that. So I'd hop back on that. Also, it's end of May right now. Late May. Going to June. 6/1. 6/1. 3 days from 6/1 is 9/1. That's right. That's my birthday. So I'm thinking 90 days on that. And if I can make it to my birthday, then I'll give myself a big treat. So yeah, doing no fap. I should probably get some meditation working into. I just did a self-tape for the casting agencies. I haven't posted it, but it's just to say whatever. I just told them about my TikTok thing and pretty much was doing this. And actually I think it's gonna go pretty well because none of the other actors are gonna be doing shit like that. And also I was like very much myself and like take it or leave it, and they're gonna take it because that's what they want. They want magnetism, they want charisma, they want people that are different. And if you're like everyone else, you're like everyone else. So in order to be different, you literally gotta do you and not care about a fuck what anyone else gives a damn about you. Too many people care. So I'll always be strapped by that. I'll always be held down. Yeah, I wanted to record some more yesterday, but my phone ran out of memory, and then my PC, Mac, was almost out of memory too, so I'm just kind of like trying to clear data and like get that nice PC or get that nice workflow. I'm like shopping for a camera right now. I think I'm gonna get the A6400 16mm lens and like a microphone, but I want to start upgrading this quality right here. Get off the phone and onto something more legit. I feel happy. I feel good. I'm not sure why. I feel good. TikTok's going well. I'm at 35K, I think, 33, 34, maybe 34. It's kind of crazy how I don't even know. I did notice my rise isn't as, it's still on an incline, but it's not as hockey stick. I do think I am posting slightly less because I am recording less. I wanted to get a big shit ton of recording yesterday, and then I had all this data issues, no space anywhere, so I spent like the rest of the day just trying to get that crap off, making sure everything I wanted was saved or in the cloud or something like that. But today want to record some. Hopefully I'll have available space, and I want to read some, meditate. Just trying to get off weed, and yesterday, I felt that urge, that itch around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I was just sitting on my couch 6 o'clock, just not doing anything. I was like, I would definitely be smoking right now. And then after a little while, it went away, but it was an itch, right? It was like a discomfort, an itch that I couldn't scratch. It was like back in my brain, like my brain didn't feel right unless it had this. Ooh, scary stuff. Imagine if it was actually addictive, man. That's why I can't imagine doing some hard drugs when your body's actually dependent on the chemical. Oh boy. So you want to get a new camera? I think it's gonna cost me around $3,000. Not a big deal. I got the money. I just wanna make sure I got all the shit I need in one go, so I don't have to keep on buying more shit, and that I need all that shit that I'm getting. Yeah, lots more people are hitting me up on IG, or not lots, but they're slowly starting to trickle in, and I'm giving advice left and right. Thinking about YouTube some more, getting on YouTube. Did I tell you about Charlie Chang, how he went from like 30K subscribers to 60K subscribers? But now I think it's easier to grow a YouTube channel if you have a TikTok base, especially if you're like providing valuable content. It's easier to grow. And then once you get to a certain level, you can be pretty good off of that, off the money, and off the advertisements. Also thinking about doing some apparel. Everyone keeps on asking about my shirt. So if I wore like another dope shirt and they're like, yo, if you want shirts like this, check out this website. And that's all me, right? I would do the design and work with the manufacturer and all that shit. So it's, getting more money in my pocket. But yeah, job stuff. I'm glad I have the week off, but already I'm thinking about like taking next week off too. We'll see. Really want to get this camera. Want to continue just like showering and being productive. Let's just focus this week on like no porn and no weed. Just focus on that. I deleted my triggers and I realized like my triggers are, that's what gets me in that backslide. Cause I just get that dopamine drip and then I just want more of it. So trying to stop it from the outset. And I'm also remembering the one time I was successful, I made it to 90. What I was doing was I wasn't resisting the urges. I was accepting that urges are natural and to resist them is futile. So instead of trying to resist a natural bodily reaction, what we need to do is process that emotion. So when you're horny, right, a lot of guys will just bring their dick out and resolve it. What I'm saying is feel the horniness, right? Feel why you're horny. Feel that, normally you would take off your pants and open up your favorite explicit site. And instead of doing all that shit, poisonous shit, like sit in that and be in control. Don't try to control your emotions, but be in control of your emotions. There's a much bigger difference. This is emotional intelligence. Understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And instead of reacting to your emotions, analyzing them and seeing what you can do. Man, I'm dropping some knowledge bombs, man. That's just all off the dome. But yeah, that's what I'm realizing. The more I'm talking, the more I'm realizing I'm a better talker than a lot of people. And I'm more charismatic, I'm more personable than a lot of people. And that's all starting to come together to work in my favor. I mean, it's always been working in my favor, but now it's like now that I see how I'm stacking up against people, like skills. Oh, this is something I want to talk about, just as far as like life and like getting to this point in life where like certain things I just don't want to pursue. Like I've got this piano right here, and 2 or 3 years ago, I was debating playing the piano every day for 3 hours. Doing that with the bass, 4 or 5 years ago. I thought I might have been a professional bassist, right? And then 2 weeks ago, before I started doing social intelligence content, I was still thinking, well, maybe if I just dedicate my life for 3 years to creating music and music production online and like learning Logic Pro and all that shit, maybe in 3 years I could be like making beats, for Kanye or something like that. And what I realized is that while that was an avenue, right? 3 hours a day, making beats every day for 3 years, or 5 beats a day for 3 summers, right? And what you got to realize is, what are your strengths? What have you been building? You've been building up for 26 years. And so, yeah, you know your way around Logic, and you can intuitively like drag and drop loops, and you know how to cut, but like, is that your strongest skill? Or do you, if you want it to be, yeah, sure, work on it like this. But what I realized is that we all have these skills, certain skills that make us who we are. We might not know them. And someone might be really good at math or planning or scheduling or, believing in themselves. But what I realized is, yeah, I could have done that production stuff, but there's already guys doing that. There's already guys that did the 3 years, the 5 years, 5 beats a day summer. So they're ready to make music now, and they've already put the time in, right? And so I would be starting at the end of the race, but there's so many other races that I'm running where I'm in the middle of the pack, and there's a couple of races that I'm running where I'm leading the pack. And so what you need to realize is, yeah, you can run any race. That's the beauty of life. And you can work your way up to the front of the pack in any race if you really work hard, if you run harder than everyone else, right? But before you jump back to the end of the line in a race, why don't you check out what races you're winning or you're leading in, or you're not too far behind in? And for me, I realized that was communication, of talking to people. And it goes back to like, I remember in college, like not necessarily knowing how to code, but knowing making best friends with the people that did. And like, that was our exchange, right? I'm trying to think if I was doing that in high school. I don't know. And it goes back to like when Justin, my sophomore year roommate, was like, dude, you're like one of the most outgoing people I know. And I was like, what? I feel like one of the quietest people. I feel so shy. I feel so awkward. But even back then, I had this ability to like turn on, to be personable, to like communicate. And I'm like, why? How? I read a lot as a kid, read a lot of fiction, had a pretty good vocabulary. English was my best subject. And like my parents, I think they really taught me to be polite and courteous and kind. And I'm remembering times going to people's houses and like being like, thank you for your hospitality, leaving as kids. So yeah, I think I was always just really respectful and courteous. Speak right. I don't know how it all happened, to be honest. And then, left college. But I think improv was like, it was all there. And I remember, I go back to like my senior year college, my graduation my graduation party that I didn't want to have. My mom invited all her friends, and it was fun. It ended up being fun because I made thousands of dollars. But I remember just like working the party and knowing that even if I didn't know all of these people, like they knew me, they knew my parents, they came from me, and like it was my responsibility to like, thank them for coming. And so I remember like pinballing around the party, like being a little social butterfly, even though I didn't know these people, but I like could strike up a conversation and hold my own. And it's just like little shit like that. No one ever really taught me to do. It was just kind of inherent or, brought up in me. And then I realized, 2 weeks ago, I was literally about to start racing. I was about to start that music production race, man. And be like, all right, I'll grind it out. It's like, but what do I already have? What am I good at? And what can I talk about? I can't talk about Logic loops all day, every day, make a video on that every day. Talking to girls, maybe. Talking to anyone, all right. So, I don't know. So I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess run the race you're already winning. If you're trying to do you, right? If you're trying to pursue your interests, I don't know. I think you kind of got what I'm saying. I'm glad I'm running this race because now I'm realizing like I'm way, way, way in the lead. I mean, and there might be some people up there with me, but like the vast majority of people are miles back. And so that means I can help them easily. So, very thankful for that. I think this is just the beginning. Keep a level head, Dre. Be grateful. Be thankful for everything. And enjoy the ride. Peace.